Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. We need to figure out exactly how much of this electromagnetic science packs we need. We definitely need some, obviously. And there goes the almost full alarm. This is really working. It's really working out nicely. What's almost full? Solid fuel. We solidly need more boxes of solid fuel. There's a series of problems we have out here. Let me just store some of this. Give me a bunch. This keeps on getting full. Now let's take some more. Oh, what's full now? What? What else? Advanced circuits. It's a new one. I guess nothing's coming out of this box, so we can't be too surprised that none of them are being used. How's this one doing? Also almost full of copper cables, which are also not getting taken to do anything, so again, can't be too surprised that we're basically full of those. Stone's getting there. Box is already full, yes. Oh, right. Okay. We probably need something to actually deal with this better. Anyways, back to what we're thinking about. We currently have 2,100 science already made, so that's going, at least. But what do we want? We have the electromagnetic science pack here. What do we all want to research? What all can we research? We only need to bring the electromagnetic science packs back to the starting planet to use them up, instead of going and bringing a bunch of stuff here. So, make our lives easier here. Personal battery Mark III is 500. Entry shield Mark II is 750. The lightning collector. Collect lightning from a wide area and generate power more efficiently. That's 1,000. Mech armor. That's wild. That's 5,000. I could say probably worth it. Look how crazy that is. Be one with the machine. Planet discovery, a kilo. That's the next one. What's this? Armor to absorb large amount of damage. Personal batteries, just person battery. A freezing wasteland with bottomless oceans of liquid ammonia that cannot be landfilled. Precarious icebergs are the closest thing to solid ground can be extended with floating ice platform. Structures and belts will freeze if not heated by adjacent heat pipe or other hot surface structures. Must be placed on concrete to not melt the ice below. That sounds complicated. That needs 3,000 of everything from everywhere, so that's gonna be the last thing we do. Personal robot part Mark II. There's 750. We got processing unit productivity. Probably not gonna worry about. Plate module 3 is 2,000. Which probably also not really gonna worry about. Rail support foundations. I was building elevated rails on the deep parts of oil ocean. That would be helpful for getting stuff around here. Get that for another 2,000. Got scrap recycling productivity, which is infinite. Tesla weapons, 1.5. This is part of the infinite worker robot speeds, too. That's great. Then electric weapon damage increases here, too. Okay. There's 3,000 at the end. So just for the basic stuff, right, I really would like to get the super crazy armor. That sounds pretty fun. How many are we talking here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 50? Yeah, it looks like that. Maybe like 13,000 here. Alright. That's gonna take a little bit with the current setup we have. As we currently have it set up, it's about as good as we're gonna get here. How are we doing on running through the scrap left? Only 66,000 left here. Then we have to see how much this is accomplishing by itself. Need to get off and then continue over faster. Okay. Well, if we want to make that much science, we're going to need some different things here. We need this to work longer without it being a problem. And we also just need more trash recycling to get more of the holmium here. We also need an actual rocket to send things out of, obviously. So this is kind of getting full of copper and stuff. This is just assembling all this constantly just for the plastic and copper mostly. Alright. So we're definitely going to need to set up rockets. Let's start working on that here. Or we're going to start working on, we'll at least get it working before we worry about expanding things right now. Oh. In order to set up rockets, we need the rocket silo. Another pile of steel, electric engine units, 1,000 concrete. We can do a lot of that very easily. There's 1,000 concrete. We needed 1,000 steel. There's 1,000 steel. We need 100 pipes, which we can just kind of make. That's fine. And we also need all of those electric engine units, which I think we brought with us, didn't we? We anticipated this being a future issue. Perfect. Oh, the planning ahead. Sometimes it just works out, doesn't it? You'd love to see it. Okay. Make some more pipes. And then we can just make a rocket silo. Just making the pipes, we'll just have everything we need in total here. Let's make enough pipes. Make the rest of the pipes after. Rocket silo. Just an absolute heap of stuff here. My goodness. Okay. And where do we want to place the rocket silo? Just up here somewhere? Probably fine. Let's suppose we can just put this directly into it. That'd be pretty convenient. Current setup, at least. Yeah. Could work. Let's get it. Rocket silo. Well, we can put it here. These work. Now we need processing units, low-density structures, and rocket fuel. Okay. We can have those come up this way. We give them a box to sit in while it waits for a bit. Okay. So 2 of those are obviously very easy to accomplish. They're just literally already here. Can we make it easily get up there? Answer is pretty much yeah. We just give this the old underground here. Underground here. This is steel and processing units, which is not exactly what we need. We can split the steel off. Doesn't really matter. Fine either way. Just needs to get processing units up here. I want to do that. Perfect. necessary and normal systems we have going on here. Okay. We don't need like a million of these in here. Although we are going to need to send up quite a few rockets. As long as we have enough of these being made for doing stuff, should be fine. Current box is filling up, so yeah, honestly, just having a nice supply of process units up here is not the worst idea. That's okay. We also need some of the low density structures, which are currently mostly being taken and recycled, so if we just send like half of those up, it wouldn't even be a problem. So I'm going here. Just send half of the low density structures up a different way. That'd be good. Let's go underground here, underground there, underground there, underground there, I guess. And here is low density structures. They'll stack to the same amount as processing units, so we'll give them more space to fill. Just to have plenty, to make plenty of rocket parts. Want to get any modules in here? Definitely could. We have the technology. But we also need the technology for making rocket fuel. Let's get that going. What do we got? Rocket fuel. All kinds of stuff. So much different sciencey bits. Keep on getting more things too. That's nice. There's nuclear fuel. Not exactly what we need right now. Are you filling the rockets? Of course not. It's just in here. There it is. Solid fuel and light oil. Okay. Well, we've got both of those sitting around. Light oil is over here. And solid fuel is right over here. It's currently just going straight up this way. Not exactly what we need right now. So we're going to swap this slightly. Bring some of this solid fuel back down. Some fashion. I'm gonna skip over all this. Okay. What we're gonna do here is make this underground longer here. If it's stone, that'll be fine. And then we can send solid fuel over this way a bit. There we go. I just want to get it over this way somewhere. Up and around, fine. Or whatever. We also just send the light oil up a different direction too, would also be okay. Easier to pipe that around. Go around with all this. Just lead to where the solid fuels go in here. Solid fuels go in here. So we just grab off solid fuel from this line and up towards stuff. And then we get the chemical plants going. Making my chemical plants. Biochamber or assembly machine. Alright, fine. The assembly machine's going, making rocket fuel. the light oil over here, I guess. That'll be good. Okay. Light oil. Go under and around everything fine. Shouldn't be a problem. Underneath that. Underneath over here. Everything's perfect. I need some more pipes here. Besides that, should pretty much be golden. More pipes. Let it be. Okay. From here, we can probably just. We might need more than that. Let's just do that many. Rocket fuel. Could shift rotate that. It's fine. And we'll do the able to run through the system here. Get the solid fuel over 2 here. And then long-handed. Take them out. Put them on a belt. Power, 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 power. Okay. So that is rocket fuel. Love the stuff. And I'll put that also in a box. It only stacks to 20. Even more space than this. Let's do a whole box. That'll work. Okay. So that is rocket stuff going. It's also going to use up some of this solid fuel. That might help a little bit with the whole constantly full of solid fuel problem. Speaking of things we're constantly getting full of, look at all these gears. There are too many gears. Look at all this iron. I'm not sure if I really want to put in just a whole bunch of recyclers, getting rid of stuff. Because then we might use up too much of it. We need some kind of circuit situation which only turns on the recyclers when we have a surplus of things. Could be usable though. And we can't recycle things that don't have an extra step to go back through, so that's another possible thing. Just need to find a use for all of the stuff in the ratios that it needs to be used. It's definitely part of a system here. Alright, it's building some rockets. Doing its best. Not a huge amount coming in, but that's what the surplus is for. Each rocket needs 50 of each of these things. So, we're going to need to send up a good number of these. Rocket capacity is 1,000, so there needs to be 14 rockets of electromagnetic science stuff. That should be good. 14 rockets, 50. That should be more than enough. I mean, we're currently the current limitation is definitely the actual science packs here, so that's definitely something. We could probably go before we get the last 5,000 for the big suit. Well, I guess the other question would be, can we make all these things anywhere? This is personal battery Mark III, needs super capacitors. That's definitely the requirement there. By the looks of it, should be able to just make that anywhere. Just send super capacitors or just make a couple here. Energy shield Mark II. Processing units, low density structures, and energy shields. Looks okay. For the lightning collectors, needs to be crafted here. That's fine. Supercapacitors, accumulator, lightning rod, and electrolyte. Collects lightning from further, is more efficient with it. Generates electricity. only useful here, so only be able to make it here is fine, obviously. Mech armor is 100 processing units, 200 aluminum plates, 50 superconductors, 50 supercapacitors, and power armor Mark II. It's got all sorts of resistances, inventory size bonus, an equipment grid of 10 by 12. That was 10 by 12 compared to power armor here. 10 by 10? It's a little bit bigger. And more defensive and everything, so that's fun. Okay. Personal Roboport Mark II. Just needs some superconductor. Can be made here, it's fine. The quality of Module 3s need the superconductor. Made here, it's fine. Rail Support Foundation just allows it as an effect. Well, that's okay. And the Tesla weapons made in the electromagnetic plants, but that's fine. Okay. That's definitely something. Place these here. Crafting only here. Looks like it can be placed anywhere though. But obviously just keep it here though, for the most part. Okay. We're up to 2,400 now. We'll just do a single trip. We go and research most of the stuff. Come back, get it all going. We just need more now is the thing. The other question is, can we accomplish more with the current state of things? So all this is done here, so we can move all this up. Keep using up all this scrap here too. We got it, we might as well use it. Here's more scrap. Okay. Yeah, this is eventually gonna be running out. It's only 60,000 left. Where's the other massive piles here? We got 36 million there. Only a few 100,000 up here. A few 100,000. There's definitely the different scrap amounts. We got millions of scraps in piles on singular islands. And then smaller chunks on the other kind of islands here. Is everything looking here? Half empty. Gears are almost full. Yeah, we just need gears being recycled. Kind of need to see if we can figure out something to just kind of take gears and get rid of them. Also, if we can recycle things that don't do anything to be recycled. Just kind of get rid of stuff. How recyclers? So we're just giving you a steel plate. Just gone. There goes the gears. Nope. Yes. So we can get rid of things we really don't need with the recyclers. We could store up some things. We'll just go a little bit further. Look how fast that goes through stuff. My goodness. That's going. I think these are being limited by the inserters more than anything. What's the problem? Stone. Oh boy. Let me just pass over to see if it's full. Storage, 40 out 48. Okay. I mean, currently we can't really grab things faster than these are getting loaded in. So they're mostly going at speed. 25 scrap per second. What's this doing for gears per second? 16 gears per second. Interesting. What if we put some other stuff in here? It turns it into 25% of what we put in, or something. Turns 16 into 4 per second. What if we What about something more complicated in here? Like these assembly machines we really don't need. Yeah, these assembly machines we really don't need. Wild. So I'm mostly gonna do 16 things per second. Except for the scrap. 16 things per second is quite a lot. It's pretty impressive. That's definitely able to get rid of some problems. That's for sure. Maybe some rocks or something? Probably not. So 0.2 seconds. Makes a bunch of that stuff. Yep. Expects to have this extra scrap here. Oh. I don't really need all this extra refined concrete on us all at the same time here. We have as many electromagnetic plants as we're asking for currently. It's also completely full of that, my goodness. Come. Clean up the inventory a little bit here. There's some extra solar panels. Place those down, I guess. Wow. And we got a cargo wagon, a single rail support. Definitely got some things we don't currently need on us. One landfill that doesn't do anything here anyways. Cargo wagon, rail support, rails. One storage tank. Yeah. Not that having more inventory space is really a problem here, but it's good to have. It's good to be ready. Okay. So our current limitation looks to also be slightly the fast belts here. They're going, but they're kind of filling up with stuff. Look at all the aluminum ore that's just hanging out in here. Those ones are going as quick as they can and immediately dropping everything out. So over here, it's also always dropping. And this is just about as much as we can currently manage here in terms of things. So if we put in a bunch of iron plates, since we're going slower, 2.5 iron plates per second, producing iron plates. It's kind of a mystery how much of anything this does. It's definitely something, though. Can we set this up in a way that it only starts taking things and getting rid of them when things are too full? Can we set up in a way that it just constantly just gets rid of everything in a loop and pattern of some description? I would think so. I would think so. I have to look more into circuit conditions and things. We've got an alarm, but it doesn't manually change anything. We need to still... It doesn't automatically change things. We still need to manually come over and deal with the problem. Which obviously isn't actually solving the problem. It's just making us aware of the problem. But if we can get more things coming through here, that'll get more ore. Just need more here in general. If I had a bunch of extra boxes just starting here, that would give us larger amounts of wiggle room to play with. Just move this all over here and just have a line of boxes full of things before it gets to where it's a problem. We have all of this set up here. I mean, we could probably just copy and paste this over further. That'd be fine. But in general, we've got a functioning system here. Ish. Which Just needs to be quicker. That's pretty much it. Okay. So yeah, we're at 2.6 thousand out of 13.5 thousand. Things are filling up. Ready to launch some rockets. We just need to improve things here. We can't just move all this around. We're just going to move this part around. I just put it all the way over here. Have some boxes. Have the boxes move over to these boxes where they can be taken out and put in where they need to be. Then we can set up increased recycling. Get more things put in. We even have multiples of these all feeding into everything here. If we want to get enough science, we're going to need to ramp things up. Next time. Goodbye.